Hello, it is late in the evening. This is episode 16, and I think this is probably the last of Breath for the channel, so fun to come. One, two, three. Yeah, so I've reached a point, I think, with Breath, and it feels ages since I posted a video, but it's only been a couple of days, but quite a lot's happened both day-to-day life and also in regards to Breath. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play a section of the song. I'm going to play the intro. I'm going to go through what I've done, how the whole track's sort of put together at this point, and then I'm going to leave it at that. There's a whole bunch more of this to write, but like with Creedence, it's mostly dynamics and harmony. I think the bones of the track are there, and I'm still going to try and give you some of that in this video, and then leave it there. So, but there's, as I've said, still quite a lot of work to do. So though I say I've reduced it down, I've deleted a lot of old takes, I've taken quite a bit out. The Alvarez is gone completely, so that first the version of the acoustic is gone. I've added piano now pretty much throughout, although the second section needs work. The vocal is complete throughout. I haven't even at the moment. I'm still very much considering that to be a guide vocal. There's been so much built around it since I recorded it that I can't help but think I can probably do a version that sits more in the pocket of the track if I re-record over the top of everything that I've since recorded. So although it's still there, and although I'm still happy with it, I don't think it's going to be the end of vocal. I also haven't written any harmonies or anything like that, and I think to do that I do need to rethink maybe some of the sections and how they're delivered, so it can accommodate that kind of extra vocal on top or below. The original bass part for the first two verses, I've performed that again, and I now have that running through a bus on the mixer. So if I bring this up, I've got the bass track here, and that's panned all the way to the left. This bus to bus 8 is pre-fader, so this is taking the full signal, and giving it the whole bean. Sorry, the whole beans. It's quite late at night, I apologise. It's giving all the beans to this bus here, where I've got a bass amp, which is a crunch cab, a preset that's already in, which I've then altered to now be, and that's a good point, I've altered it to now what be kind of what I want. So this is fully panned over to no, this is in the center. So this is the main bass sound now, and the original DI is now just in the left channel. And I am going to save this. So, what else? I've also recorded a slide guitar part over the bridge. I like the slide guitar part. Fortunately, I've also recorded a Tele It's annoying. This is still called Strat. I'll work out how to change that. But I've recorded a telly part over the second half of the song, which is is really a rhythm guitar track. So kind of taking the place of the Epiphone. At the moment, the Epiphone is still sitting in that track. I kind of think that I'll end up taking the Epiphone out and maybe adding another acoustic guitar part that is like a strum part or something, because the telly is now playing the finger picking part. So if I am going to fill that last verse out, I don't think it should be with a duplicate of the telly track that I've now recorded, which although I really like my performance in the first half of the track on the Epiphone, I think, and I like the performance on the last verse, I think in terms of dynamics that performance needs to be a little bit harder, which is what the telly is now delivering. So I'm kind of sitting with it. And it's now taking over the bridge entirely, and I'm definitely going to take the Epiphone out for the bridge, so that's a given. And yeah, there's not too much more going on in regards to the tracks. Let me bring this mixer back up. I have some reverb on in places, some delay on in places. Most of what you're hearing though at this point is the raw mix. I still haven't done anything with the drum kit, so it's still raw form at this point. But yeah, it's on. So then there's the little intro which you've heard before, so I'm just going to start it from there. Oh yeah, and I added a drummer.
I take a first step, no weight on my neck, and I have a broad reach. Nothing will change in me. I've seen some of your pain, but I'm still not clear what's the gains. Who am I to you? Oh, who am I to you? Understand.
Yeah. So I'm definitely enjoying where that's at. I honestly don't think that going over this more on the channel is going to create interesting content. So, because I'm just going to be reiterating everything I've done so far in slightly different ways, kind of endlessly until it builds up to a crescendo where I like. So I think I'll call this a day for breath on the track. I am on the channel. I am in danger, as I think I said with Decredence before, which I haven't worked onto yet, to be overcome with the constant need of the channel to reiterate. So I think I might start recording the videos both privately and unlisted for the other developments, so that I keep working on Breath and Decredence and Vacate and all the other ones that are there. Not endlessly, obviously, until they're complete, but so I think I'll just call that the end of this, and see you next time for, I guess, Thai's iPhone? It seems a while since I've done anything in there. Anyway, cheers.